Hey y'all, it's me, Cherie Denise, and I want to share a little bit about my testimony and how I started to read the Word. And I know for a lot of people, there are struggles that they have as far as understanding the Word. But I'm gonna just get right to the point. For me, there were two reasons I did not read the Word as often as I do now. The very first reason is I did not understand it. It was very difficult to understand the vowels and the just the language that they use in the literature. And so I was like, is there a different version that I can read? But I want to make sure that the different version, the translated version, is the truest form of the word. And how can I know that it's true or not? So there were a lot of questions that I had as far as understanding the words that are in the Bible. The second reason is because I knew that if I read my word in my late teens, early 20s, that I was going to get convicted. I was going to feel convicted because I knew the lifestyle that I was living was not in alignment with the word. Okay, so it kind of scared me to know that, man, if I read this, that means I have to follow it. And if I don't, that's more dangerous than not even knowing the word, right? So growing up in a household where my dad has been ministering my entire life, I knew that there was such a thing as conviction. And I just was wanting to stay away from it as far as possible because you're supposed to be doing what's in it, but also, making excuses for myself because I didn't understand the wording. And I know that if I want to learn something, that I'm going to go out my way to make sure that I learn it. If I want to learn how to change a tire, I'm going to go on YouTube and I'm going to put the effort in and I'm going to do it. I want to learn how to do a new braiding style. I'm going to go on YouTube, Google, and figure out how to do it. So ultimately, because most of us watching this channel, these videos, are adults, we make excuses for ourselves. And I can only really speak for myself as far as my testimony. I made excuses and I had guilt trip. And I felt shameful that if I read this word, I'm going to have to put down the things that I like doing. I'm going to have to put down my guilty pleasures. I'm going to have to stop, this lifestyle that's really not that bad, but it's still, I know, not pleasing to the Lord. And so I had to make a decision, just straight up. I had to make a decision to say, God, I choose you over this lifestyle that I think I want. And I went for it. Okay. And it has changed my life tremendously. Like when people have questions and they have prayers and they're trying to figure out direction and guidance, literally the word gives us instruction. And so for me, it has been so monumental in my life. Like I read the word like it's Tic Tacs. Like I read the word like it's medicine, and I take it every day. And I read it every day and I study it every day to know more of who I am, who God has called me to be in this world, and also to know my Father. How can you say you really love someone if you don't even try to get to know them? And for me, it was a no-brainer at that point. And I began to study the word. And of course, I repented for all the years that I was running from him. And, when the Lord knocked, at that point in 2017, I answered the door and I didn't look back. I did not look back. Do we fall short? Absolutely. Right? We fall short, but my heart is stayed on Jesus, and he's going to purify me and he's going to cleanse me each day, until my last breath. And so I encourage you all to not be like me and make excuses in why we're not reading and studying our word. And also, because we don't want to stop doing what we want to do. And sometimes we feel like, it's not that bad. I'm doing things, but it's really not that bad. But the question is God pleased with what we're doing? Is he pleased with our lifestyle? We want to please the one true living God who gives us breath in our lungs. And so if you look at it that way, then you won't be so hard on yourselves. And again, don't be like I was and make excuses for not studying and reading the word and spending time with God. So I love y'all. If you have not yet, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell, Share this video with about 4 or 5 people. I pray that it blessed you. Until next time, peace, love, and praise.